Okay, first thing I wanted to share, this is the picture from the Amish Christmas lights I went and looked at this weekend. Uh, so I just wanted to share that with y'all before we get started. So I'm I'm joking. I don't know what is up with my webcam. It decided to die today. Um, but we'll go from there. Uh, By the way, if you're one of my students, remember homework is in Schoology. It's due Thursday at 11:59 p.m. Test is Friday. Okay. Shh. Yes, I am recording right now. I I can't see my face. I just went over. I'm having webcam difficulty. Okay. Shh. So, determinant of a 2 by 2 matrix. Okay, this is what we do. Okay, remember I told y'all a lot of this is add, subtract, multiply. This is what we're doing. Okay, so it's this times this minus this times this. Okay, all right. Hey, it's all. Let me go ahead and say this. It's always subtract, and it's always in diagonals. Okay, everybody asks that all the time. So let's look at this one. All right. If this is our matrix A, and we are, so we got to say 1 times 4 minus 3 times 2. Okay, you could actually put all this in your calculator at the same time. Unfortunately, I can't show you right now because my webcam decided to not work today. So, so it's 4 minus 6, so our determinant is -2. Bam. Told y'all. Multiply, add, subtract. Or add, subtract, multiply. That's all we're doing. All right, so right here, 3 times 1 is 3 minus -4 times 6 is -24. Uh-oh, here's one of those tricky things. Minus a negative is plus a positive. So we actually end up adding, so this is 27. Okay. You could still put it in as, 3 times 1 minus 6 times -4. Still going to get the same answer. Okay. Now, so this is the main part of what's on the test. Okay. I'm going to show you this next thing just to show you that, hey, this is what we're going to do. This is what you would have to do it if you're ever, taken hostage and tortured mathematically. They would make you do the next thing by hand. Okay. I'm just going to show it to you because we would normally use something more technological to actually get this answer. Okay. For those that are taking notes, are y'all good with examples 1 and 2? Are we good? We able to move on? Nobody's going to throw something. What? Okay. Well, escribe pronto. Rapido, rapido. Rapido, rapido. Okay. All right. So now, this graphic I actually pulled in from the textbook. I don't let y'all see. Y'all can see it online. All right. This looks really confusing, especially because you can only see it on the screen or TV and it has colors and you look at your handout, you're like, okay, uh, I'm I'm looking like this like my dog is because I cannot see red nor blue. Okay. So, due to not making color copies, we're going to use the following. Where it says blue, that's going to be our down diagonal right here. Okay. Red is going to be our up, and this is as it goes up from left to right. Now, basically what we do is, let me get this little tool right here. Okay. We take these two columns and we rewrite them again, and then we do our multiplication stuff. Okay. I know, sounds weird, but that's what it is. Okay. So now, somebody who prepared your notes for you was super nice to actually go ahead and copy that over for you. Okay. I don't know who such a nice person could be. Okay. So now, the diagonal, this would be our blue, our diagonal from left to right. So this would be these numbers here. Okay. So I'm actually going to end up saying, 3 times 0 times 1, 4 times 6 times -2, -1 times 2 times -3. Okay. So that's our diagonal down as we go from left to right. Now, what's really neat about this is because this has a 0 right here, this is out. So this is 24 times -2, which is -48, plus 6. So this is -42. Okay, that is our diagonal down left to right. Okay, that's our diagonal down left to right. Now, our diagonal up. Okay, well, so it's kind of the same process, just the other direction. -2 times 0 times -1, -3 times 6 times 3, and then 1 times 2 times 4. Well, this one's easy. This one's 8. This is -54. And -54 plus 8 is -46. Okay. By the way, last year when I actually included one of these on the test, this was the number one problem people just skipped. Just absolutely skipped. I don't know why. I don't know why people would skip this. I mean, it's just so easy. Okay. Now, all right. Do y'all have that written down so far? All right. Now we're going to do the down minus the up. So that's our down, that's this. So -42 minus the up, which is -46. Okay. Remember, minus a negative is plus a positive. This actually changes to 4. Yes, we did all that work just to find out that it's 4. That's why if we would ever do this, I would say, hey, let's use a digital device to do so. Okay. I asked another teacher, they're like, oh, yeah, we do that in honors. We just use our graphing calculators. Okay. Some of the yellow calculators I have for y'all to borrow seems to they just leave. I mean, I don't understand why people have like $200 shoes and, $75 pants and, $3,000 phones, but we're going to steal an $11 calculator. We're about that life. Breaking the law, breaking the law. All right. So, are we good here? No, not yet. Okay, that's fine. All right. So as we have students writing this down, by the way, does anybody know how Santa and Willy Wonka are alike? Nope. I don't want to hear from you. Shh. They both have little people that do all the work for them, and then they take all the credit. I'm so glad that my little microphone does not take it. Okay, so all right, all right. On the back of your handout, yes, not a whole lot. Okay, thanks. Shh. So, all right, inverses. Okay, now this is the main thing. This would probably be really good to write on that orange sheet to make sure that you had it, because the way I have this set up for the practice test, and I can actually show y'all for the practice test because it's not the actual test, it's just the practice test. Okay. Come on, computer. All right. So I've actually set these up so you could actually write them in. Now, if you write like an 18,000 bubble font, I'm going to have somebody, I don't have enough room to write my answers. I can't do it for everybody. Okay. But for this, you actually get 2 points for finding the determinant. You get 5 points for setting up to find the inverse, and you actually get 4 points to find the inverse. Okay. And you only have two of those. Instead of having a whole section of determinants and then a whole section of inverses, just this. Wow. Okay. All right. I know. So, what's kind of interesting about this is we swap the D and A. D and A, not D and okay. And we multiply these by -1, and it's 1 over the determinant, okay? Now, if you ever, please don't say a -1. Please don't do it. Every time you do, part of my hopes and dreams just shatter in front of me. Okay, this actually means a inverse or inverse of a. Okay, now, first thing we have to do for this problem is find the determinant. This is 4 times 5 minus 3 times 7. Okay, well, this is 20 minus 21, which is -1. Okay, now, what is the reciprocal of -1? That's the added, 1 is the additive inverse, the reciprocal. So if we were to put 1 over -1, what does that end up giving us? -1. Okay, awesome. So we don't have to really worry so much about that. Now, I'm going to multiply my -1 by this setup right here. Okay, so I got -1. This is our scalar multiplication that we did yesterday. All right, so we got to swap D and A. So now 5 goes up here, 4 goes down here. And now instead of 3 and 7, we have -3 and -7. Okay. So from here, we just actually multiply. Okay. Well, basically, since this is, I'm gonna have to move some of this. This is all cluttered. Okay. Exactly. So the good thing about this is since this is -1, it's the same numbers, just different signs. So -5, 3, 7, -4. And that's it. That's the whole process. Wow. Okay, how many of these do you have on the practice test and stuff like that? 2. Why only 2? Because if you don't have it by 2, you're not going to have it for 6. Just a little FYI, BT dubs. TBH. Yeah, nice hip slang. That's the only hip I got is my bursitis right now. All right, so now I know on what I'm showing on the screen or on the board is not exactly what y'all have, but I have copied this definition down over and over because it may be important. Okay, it may be important. All right. So when I said copy down the definition, are y'all okay over there? Okay, good. Just checking. All right. So our determinant, let's see, 5 times 2 minus 4 times 3. Okay, so this is 20 minus 12. Oh, nope, sorry, not 20. 10. 10 minus 12, so we get negative 2. Okay, so that's our determinant. I'm getting there. So to remember, yes, we have to do this. So this is going to be 1 over negative 2 or negative 1/2. Okay. So yeah, we're going to get some fractions. So 2 goes here, 5 goes here, negative 4, negative 3. All right. So I'm going to do this multiplication. I'm going to do it very carefully. So negative 1/2 times 2, if you do that in your calculator, even if you put in 0.5, you're going to get negative 1. Okay. Negative 1/2 times negative 3 is going to be positive 3 over 2, or 1.5. Basically, because we're multiplying by a fraction, right? That's the same thing as dividing by this big number, by your bottom number. Okay. So negative 1/2 times negative 4 is going to be positive 2. And negative 1/2 times 5 is negative 5/2. Now, if we happen, yeah, exactly. If we happen to have, if we happen to have some fractions on the test, and you change them to decimals, I should know the difference. Okay. I mean, I would hope so. Decimals don't exist. Yeah. All right. Are we good with number 4? Okay. All right. Number 5. All right. So number 5, first thing we need to do is to find the determinant. Oh, I just hid the problem from myself. That's great. All right, see, this is negative 6 times negative 3, so this is 18 minus 2 times 9 is 18. What is 18 minus 18? 0. Can we find an inverse if the determinant is 0? No. So C inverse, or the inverse of C, uh, is not possible or does not exist. Okay, it breaks the rule of math. There's a rip in the time-space continuum. I mean, we all saw Into the Spider-Verse. No, we didn't see that. Okay, now, so shh, shh, shh. Now that's it. Okay. Now, at this point in time, I would like to remind you to use the remaining time in class to complete your homework assignments in Schoology. There are 2 for today, but they are short. Remember, all homework in Schoology is due at 11:59 p.m. on Thursday. The test is Friday. Sorry about the webcam not working. That's probably worked out better because you didn't get to see my face. Don't forget, hit like, hit subscribe, hit the bell. Good stuff, good things. Roll Tide.